Hailey Bieber went on Call Her Daddy this week, and let me just say the build-up to this episode dropping was causing way more drama than the actual episode itself. When Alex dropped the trailer, it was very clear they were going to be asking questions about Justin and Selena to Hailey, the timeline of their relationship, and if Hailey interfered with their relationship in any way. There was this weird period of time in May of 2018 when Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez were hanging out again, them having been on and off for all these years, and them also being each other's first loves and having been so public. Everyone was like, oh my god, it's finally happening, like this magical rom-com ending for them. But then they stopped hanging out literally like a couple weeks later, and in June, that very next month, he was with Hailey again, and they were engaged by July. So this timeline has literally haunted Justin and Hailey since they got together, they got engaged, they got married, because everybody wants to know how he moved on so quickly. And people have hated on Hailey a lot for this whole timeline, saying that she stole someone's man and all that type of stuff. So it seems as though Hailey was so tired of people bringing it up, Justin's past and everything, because they are 4 years into their marriage. Like, who wants to hear about, your husband's ex at that point? But she's been so tired of being harassed by haters over this narrative that she stole someone's man and the people that want Selena and Justin together. So she wants to say her side of it once and for all and never talk about it again. Before I get into anything, I want to let you guys know that today's video is sponsored by Burga. Burga makes such cute yet super protective cases, and right now you'll get a special deal when you use SpillSesh X15 at burga.com/SpillSeshX15. But more on that later. I'll tell you guys a little bit more about Burga. They have more than 100 unique and trendy designs to choose from. Look at all of the designs. Like, I genuinely love these so much. And as soon as I got them in the mail, I literally ripped off my old case and was like, yes, please put this on immediately. Burga cases don't just look nice, they're also super protective, which I love because I'm always kind of dropping my phone. Burga covers both protection and they got you in the style. They have an elite case and they have tough cases. Tough cases offer double layer protection and shock absorption. It also has a scratch resistant glossy finish, and they also have raised bezels for screen protection. Elite cases are elite, let me tell you. It has cloud guard technology that absorbs up to 90% of impact force, and raised bezels around the screen and the camera, protecting the delicate glass against any flat drops. It's also got a microfiber lining to help keep your phone safe from any scratches from within, and an anti-fade printing technology to keep the design as vibrant as the day that you got it. I am obsessed with their cases, and they don't just have phone cases. Like, I have a case for my AirPods. I know you guys would love these cases just as much as I do, and I have an offer for you guys. If you buy 2 cases, you'll get 2 free and you can get 15% off. Just go to burga.com/SpillSeshX15 and use code SpillSeshX15. Once again, burga.com/SpillSeshX15, code SpillSeshX15. So thank you to Burga for sponsoring today's video, and let's get into everything. Once the episode dropped, all was revealed, and I will say that they did not address Selena by name. They only ever called her Justin's ex. I honestly, throughout this whole podcast though, just got the sense that Hailey didn't even want to do this interview. She seemed scared of all the questions. She was just being very careful with her words, of course, because she's dealing with a lot of people that do not like her, and especially on this topic. So it's definitely scary to talk about something like this. But she said that she hates interviews for that exact reason, because these people are going to take things out of context, twist her words, and she's just so scared of things like that happening and wants people to know that she has all the love and respect for people that she is mentioning, but she did want to say her piece. So they get into whether or not she was with Justin when he was with Selena, and she says no, that she was never with him when he was in a relationship with anyone else, and went into a little bit more detail.
Hailey, were you ever with Justin romantically at the same time as her?
No, not one time. When him and I started hanging out, like, okay, let's just put it this way. When him and I ever started like hooking up or like anything of that sort, he was not ever in a relationship, ever, at any point.
She goes into the timeline of their engagement and how people have viewed him hanging out with Selena right before as confusing.
The timeline also that I think sometimes is in question of like us getting together and getting engaged, and him having been spending time with his ex before that. This is so crazy. I've literally never talked about this ever. I understand, again, how it looks from the outside, and there's a lot of perception there, but that was a situation where I know for a fact that it was the right thing for them to close that door. They were not in a relationship at that time, but of course, there's a very long history there, and it's not my relationship. It has nothing to do with me, so I respect that a lot, but I know that it closed a chapter, and I think it was the best thing that could have happened for him to move on and be engaged and get married and like move on with his life in that way. And it's hard for me to talk about this because I don't want to talk on either one of their behalf again, because it was their relationship, and I honestly respect that very deeply.
She said she never would have wanted to be with him if he hadn't closed the door with Selena. She wouldn't feel right about marrying someone who had loose ends with someone else.
As a woman, I would never want to get into a relationship with someone and be engaged to them and be getting married to them and think in the back of my mind, I wonder like if that was really like closed for you, and like, and I know for a fact that the reason we were able to get back together was because it was very much completely closed.
Alex asked her if she's ever even talked to Selena and if they've spoken since her and Justin have been married, and Hailey says they have.
You guys ever spoken?
Yes.
And then like recently? No, I don't guess not recently, but like after your marriage?
Yes. So that's why I'm like, it's all respect, it's all love. Mm. That's also why I feel like, well, if everybody on our side knows what happened and we're good, and we could walk away from it with clarity and respect, then like,
right,
that's fine.
As long as you know you're good, that's really all that matters.
Which had brought me a lot of peace.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hey, we know what happened. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. You're never going to be able to like correct every narrative.
And when asked what she would say to Selena fans, she said that she feels like there can be some mutual respect and nobody has to like her, but respect would be nice.
The first thing I would say is you're not obligated to like me. I believe that no matter what, there can always be mutual respect between people. And to me, that means just you don't have to say anything. You don't have to like me, but you don't have to say anything either. Because behind this person that you're looking at on a screen is a person with a brain and a heart and emotions and issues that I face. And so do you. And so does Alex, and so does every single person in this room. So you just, yeah, I think just mutual like respect and decency, and know that what you say can have impact.
They also get into the Met Gala and talk about the moment when her and Justin arrived on the red carpet at the event. At this time, people were screaming Selena's name and trying to get a reaction out of Hailey. There were clips of it all over online, as well as clips of her touching her eye, and then people started to say that it was making her cry and she had to put sunglasses on and Justin was trying to comfort her, and she wanted to say that none of that was true. Yes, people were yelling, but she was not crying.
I could kind of hear it, but I didn't know if that's what was really going on until I saw the video after. The whole thing of everybody being like, oh, he's trying to tell her not to cry, that was not true. It wasn't making me cry. Although it's a very disrespectful thing to do towards anybody, I felt like I had something in my eye.
And
the sunglasses were just part of my look. They were just part of my look. I knew I was going to wear the sunglasses regardless on the carpet for some photos and then some without. But yeah, I did hear people yelling. It wasn't making me almost cry. I think seeing the video back after made me like, damn, like that sucks. That's the energy people are like putting out into like that you would even spend your time.
A lot of people online felt like the interview didn't really need to happen since there wasn't any drama with her and Selena as of recent. This stuff is years old at this point, and so it kind of felt a bit random to be bringing it up, and for a whole podcast episode to be about her marriage and her literal husband's ex-girlfriend. A lot of people wish that this was her coming out to address some of the recent drama that she's been in, but none of this interview was about really anything that Hailey has done. It was really her saying her piece about haters who have been against her, and that is pretty much it. But something that I will say is that I do think she obviously sees way more than we do, and every day she probably sees Selena's name getting thrown around in her comment section. And after all these years married to Justin, she's probably so tired of it, and that's why she did go on and want to talk about it. And it's not surprising that she's wanted to address this, because I think that this year especially, she's just like, we have been married for 4 years now, like, let's please move on. We are together, please stop this. Because I don't think she wants to like go on and like try to have a family when people are still trying to tell her like her husband doesn't like her and he should be with Selena and all this stuff. So even back in April, she was venting on TikTok about how she was tired about how haters will not leave her alone and they keep leaving negative comments about every single little thing that she does, and it is always in regards to her relationship.
Leave me alone at this point. I'm minding my business. I don't do anything. I don't say anything. Leave me alone. Please, enough time has gone by where it's valid to leave me alone. I beg of you, truly. That's my only request. Leave me alone. Be miserable somewhere else, please.
It's very clear this episode was really to get her side told. It's not like she went on to promote her company or to talk about her business accomplishments. It was really about her husband's past life and their relationship together now, and things she wants to say to those who have a different perception than her of who she is. A lot of people have been bringing up that this was specifically really weird timing for this interview to come out, since Selena Gomez is coming out with a documentary in November. People were asking if she was trying to get ahead of something about to be exposed in the documentary, but then I heard that the documentary doesn't touch too much on Selena's past relationships, and I honestly don't know because I haven't seen it. That was just something that I heard. So I really think she just did this interview because she is tired of all the hate that she keeps getting, but the timing is like unfortunate because it does kind of look like she's trying to get ahead of a story that is about to come out about her and Justin. And in regards to Selena's documentary, I honestly kind of doubt that she would try and slander Hailey in her own documentary about her life and her career. I just feel like there's so much more that Selena has to tell than to talk about Justin and Hailey, that this documentary is going to be way more than a relationship. I do think that maybe the planning of it all was just weird coincidence that just made it seem like she was trying to get ahead of the Selena documentary. But that's what Hailey had to say on Call Her Daddy this week. The much anticipated interview was maybe more of a build up for Selena's documentary, which I'm excited to see. But let me know if you guys are going to watch that, and if you watched this Hailey interview, what did you guys think? I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye guys.